Okay, as veterans of the channel are doubtlessly aware by now, but we cover each time anyway, every time I fail one of my weekly one-shot challenges, I have to run a punishment game. This, I think, is the 151st punishment game, which just goes to show how many of these things I've failed, but I've also ran a lot of them, so I don't feel so bad over that one. In any case, this is ALTF4. It is my so-called punishment game for failing to beat that brutally unfair challenge of Sanitarium. I mean, that was, yeah, whatever. We went over that before. In any case, Twink Fox Asher submitted this one, and hopefully it'll be a nice refreshing change after the real punishment that was Mr. Maze. I don't know much about this game. It looks like one of those running games, running through obstacles against a timer. That's as best that I could suss out from it. I guess the worst thing of all was that it ended up with me buying an early access game, because this game is early access, but the early access rule only exists for games that I choose. If people force through them on dictators or punishments, then my principles don't matter at all, because I'm not the one making the decision. In any case, when we roll a punishment game, we give it a spin, usually for a couple of hours. There's nothing set in stone there, but that's what I usually go for. So let's go and see what this is all about. It's all about a knight finding an egg in his wee knapsack. It hatches and he decides to start running. That's as best as I can assess from that. Mr. Maze was incredible, yes, Goosefist. Not incredible good, though. Incredible garbage. I can't believe there's going to be a Mr. Maze 2. Right, so I didn't do any kind of making sure things look and sound okay, but I'm going to assume that they do. We play as this knight here. Right click to go to first person, space to jump, WAS to move, and left click to deploy a chicken in whichever direction the camera is looking, but not the knight. I don't know why we have an unlimited amount of chickens, but we do. I wonder if it's just one of those lol so random games. Well, whatever the hell, let's get going with it. I assume that we have to run through all of these obstacles. The gravity in this land is pretty low, and bonking your head sends you right down into these poorly stretched textures. Tip, you can keep multiple save signs in the world. Thanks for the tip. Is this going to be like a running version of... what's that game that's coming to mind? Really awful, pretentious, you get spoken to the whole way. Getting Over It. That's what I'm thinking of. Well, this looks like something that I should judge. Easy. So I guess that's a save. Oh, well, the save balloon appears to be long gone, so no saving for me. Oh, it's a trapdoor. Right, it's probably telling me that there will be oh, okay. Ah, it's a fun game. Right. I immediately take back any expectations that this is going to be a fun game. No, it's a frustration game. Well played, bloomin' twink. Yeah, I couldn't help but notice that we're also on our 3rd night. Are we going to be on our 4th? No, okay. Thought it might say something like Ford. I was a fool to expect anything that might be enjoyable here. The problem is there are multiple furry fox freaks in the community now, and one of them keeps having a go at me for forgetting about them. I think there's Twink Fox and Furry Fox. And since furries are already pretty high on the subhuman list for me, I don't want to dedicate too much thinking to figure out which is which. Okay, there we go. So I've got my save now, so I assume I'll be respawning here instead. I wonder if there's fall damage. Oh, no, 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 no. No, let's not be launched away here. Oh, thought it would stay up and I'd run under it, but no. Oh, we can make use of that save point. The save balloons have... What is with that tiny text? Okay. Can we get under this? Yeah, if I just go underneath the wee pit part. Hey. Oh, I think it stabbed me in the leg there. My leg looks a little out of place. And gushing with blood. Minor issues though. Oh, okay. Don't know why I expected that to bounce me right up like I was playing Aladdin, but it didn't. Ah. What's with the tips? They show up for 2 seconds. I can't read them. Okay, maybe that's part of the frustration experience. I don't know why people design games to be intentionally frustrating. Must be some advanced level of game design that eludes me. Right, can we have anything else playing? Cash grab that streamers play. Oh, that's disgusting. Well, I hear there are people that love those rage streamers, but me, if I hear a streamer raging and screaming, that is an immediate, dare I say, ALTF4 from me. It's not though, it's Control W, that closes current tab. I don't see the appeal. That's not to say I don't get mad at games myself, though. That seems like the kind of thing that's going to elicit anger. Oh, that's pish poor timing on my part. Maybe I shouldn't be bothering with that. It looks like a shortcut, but it looks like a risky shortcut. Better the devil I know. Also, this music is also terrible. Twitch still tells me that you're playing Mountain Blade. Very well then. Does it even have ALTF4? I'm afraid it's not even giving me a category for ALTF4. I shall try again. There we go. Done and done right. This guy needs better armor. Did you know story mode will be added to the official release? Yeah. Of course, on top of everything else, this is an early access title. Okay, well, let's get to it then. I think referring to any choice made by a developer of this game's design is a bit of a stretch. Well, they're doing what they're doing with intention, at least. It doesn't have to be intention that you like. It's certainly not intention that I like. There we go. Got the save. So now I get 2 stabs at this oncoming part. Ooh, oh, this is kind of fun. But, a little too disorienting for me. I used to say disorientating, but people get calling me out on that, even though I prefer the word disorient. Oh, Christ. Okay, well at least that wasn't insta-gibbing for him. But that was. Oh dear. Press the ragdoll key to end. Okay, well. Who needs to read the tips anyway? Disorientating is the correct word. What? Well, then I'll go back to using it. This is the kind of game that I'd expect out of someone like Spambuka. He loves those frustration games for some reason. Can't get enough of them. Trying to get everyone to play Aryu's action. But again, nobody should trust Spam. Nobody should ever trust Spam. He's a horrible, horrible individual. And he's never looking out for your best interest. He just wants to collect people's misery like he collects bottles of piss on his floor. Which is to say, extensively. Which one am I going for, the big one or the wee one? I don't know, I'm not very good at judging distance whatsoever, but I'll say it's the wee one. Oh, dearie me. At least I get one more shot at that. This is ALTF4 music. I hit the performance a few times, and this is what they're playing for me now. And when I invariably die and go back to the start, I will smack them again and get another new tune out of them. I'd appreciate a bit more than 20 seconds of jingle out of them, though. But 20 seconds is generous. Okay, well, this is about as fun as a heart attack. Hopefully it's coming through loud and clear, but you know what, let's have it come through louder and clearer. I'm gonna suffer, we're all gonna suffer. Yeah, the more I think about it, this might be Twink Fox Asher's revenge for being shot in State of Decay 2. Oddly enough, I have no real desire to go back and play more State of Decay 2 because nothing new's been added. Except for some slight additions to the one map that I never want to play because it's all based on the story stuff from the first game. And if there's one thing State of Decay 2 does not do well, there are a few things, but if there's one thing that stands out most out of them all, it's the story. Maybe someone, somewhere, can make a good, compelling story in a zombie survival game. But it hasn't been done yet. Oh my goodness gracious, this is... This reminds me of doing 3D platformers in Nintendo 64. It's not an enjoyable experience. It's pretty tricky to maneuver this guy in midair. It's not impossible though, so it is a case of get good. Perhaps you could lower the volume a bit, Jake. Now, why would I do that? I want you to enjoy this game as much as I am. Hey, what, State of Decay 2 had really good music. Real good music. It had good just about everything. Easy, easy, easy. Ah, Cribbins. Go for it. Alright, there we go. Oh, don't tell me it's something like you can't actually get up from here. No, we can. Very good. Now, where's that save balloon? Surely there'll be one nearby. Excuse me? Man, this is a heap of ass. A heap of unmitigated ass. But these might sound like complaints, and I suppose they are, but they're only complaints about the game. They're not complaints about the fact that this is our punishment game. This is kind of what a punishment game should be. People have been missing the mark a lot lately. A punishment game should fulfill at least one of 3 criteria. It should be punishing for me to play, punishing for viewers to watch, or very difficult. Any one of those 3 makes for a successful punishment game. And if you can get all 3, then you'll be a man, my son. No, that's Rudyard Kipling. But the point remains. Whatever shaky point that I am making here. I would like a save point. Oh, that's saving. Gimme, 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 gimme. Well, back we go. Any example of a game that's punishing for the viewers but not you? That's a good question. Let me look at the list. I mean, hey, we've got time, I can do this. In fact, I am going to link in the chat right now the list of all the punishment games, and if you go to the second tab on it, the second tab, the one that says completed punishments, you'll find a list of every punishment game and a rating on it. Can I have this off the screen so that I can look at it but still play the game, though? That would be good. There we go. Candice DeBebe was surprisingly fun. Keep asking me questions to get a few... Yeah, every time I tab out of the game, the music dies. So I try to tab back in as soon as possible. Okay, well... Or we just die. The thing about the early punishment games was we didn't really understand the format back then. The punishment game was more like, oh, if I fail a challenge, you just get to choose what gets streamed. We didn't really have a concise idea of what we meant by punishment. After about a dozen or so of them, yeah, we came to understand punishment. Collectively, as a community. So don't be too dismayed at seeing Dungeon Keeper there. Dungeon Keeper inevitably made it up as a long play, did it not? That's what I remember. Oh right, I forgot about you. Get up, man. We can bleed later. A Dog's Life was pretty abhorrent as a game. Filled with that early 2000s fart humor. The kind of thing that spawned the likes of Shrek. Are they still making Shreks? I think I saw an advert recently for Shrek 5. Which is a terrifying proposition. I mean, the movies make for nice little time capsules of the age, but they are bad. They're really bad. Not sure if I saw Shrek 2. I think I did. I remember a scene where Shrek was drinking the water that you're meant to wash your hands with. Going, delicious soup. But as I've covered many times, I'm not a film aficionado. Quite the opposite. Okay, we did pretty good at this section, although I would really appreciate some more save points. It's not a Scottish thing to drink soapy water and call it soup. Although, I did once drink some very soapy soup. It was horrible. Never, never drink soap. I only told that tale to embarrass my mother, because she was probably watching. I tell my loved ones, don't remind me that you're watching my streams. I don't want to hear it, but sometimes people hear what I say and think I mean the exact opposite. Somebody was telling me about something, I said, yeah, I don't want to know, and they took that as an invitation to continue to tell me in greater detail about what they were talking about. I don't know where the confusion arises, but oh, not again! I think I did the exact same movement there and expected something different. Tip, press the... okay. The tips must be in on the joke here. That's not enough time for anybody to reasonably read that, even if English is their first language. Which, despite being Scottish, it is. I was confused by Jake's way of speaking at first. Why doesn't he sound like a movie Highlander Scot? I am from right on the borders of Highlands and Lowlands. In fact, I wonder if the people of Moray consider themselves Highlander or Lowlander. It's certainly a fair mix of both. Oh, Shrivens. A lot of Lowland influences, but we live like the Highlanders. That said, in Scotland it's not much of a distinction. I don't think anybody really cares. It's really all just Scotland now, except for Orkney and Shetland. They are very weird up there. Very weird indeed. But those that make it out of the islands at least understand that they're weird. If I could have any accent of my choosing, though, I'd definitely get Heldens. You're just a walking caricature of yourself. And you can live and love every moment of it. The people of Aberdeen are sometimes by other Scots referred to as furry boots. F-U-R-R-Y-B-O-O-T-S. Because when we ask where somebody is from, we say, furry boots. This is from Wikipedia. How do you feel about that? What do I feel about... oh, the first records of language used in the area indicate that in 1705, most of Moray, except for the coast, was described as wholly Irish and Highland countries. That was 300 years ago, so there's not much to feel. You're probably trying to elicit a response from my inherent racism against the Irish. My inherent and warranted racism. But I really don't have much to say or care about things from 300 years ago. Yeah, Safid. That's what people who really want to get under my skin say, especially Helden. I mean, we are essentially the same peoples, we just speak a little different. I still don't like him. My dream come true would be to meet a lovely, upstanding Irish individual who completely changes my take on that. But until that day arises, if it arises, and we're still where we are. Right, I'm not talking much about the game because there's not much to say about this game. It's just like playing one of those... Oh, Jesus, what was that? Well, a convenience, perhaps. I don't know if our little knight here has actual life bar to worry about. Right, let's see if we can get through this without getting shot to oh, no. That's what I get for looking ahead. Didn't notice the pit. There we go again. And here we go again. Back to the very start. At least I can change the music. Looking at the assets slapped together here, this is such a lazy production. Alright, onwards to 23rd night. This is where I'm feeling the payoff of jacking up the music volume. Come on, mate. I have got the music. Well, I wonder if I can max it anymore. Okay, this is our option menu. It just tells me how to save. And reminds me that it is a one-time save. Thank you, game. Very nice. Normally when I stream I always keep everything reduced by 10 decibels. Today I have gotten rid of that reduction so that we can all enjoy this game. I kinda wish they made these in real life. Well, I don't kind of, I definitely do wish they made these in... Oh! Closest I've come to is doing Tough Mudder variants, but they're not nearly deadly enough. I'm sure someone somewhere has died to colliding with a chicken, but for the life of me I can't see how that can be so deadly. Water parks have this kind of stuff. Well, evidently not the water parks I've been to, but if you know of one that does, please let me know. Well, I don't think I'd want to go to a water park that has this kind of jumping from very narrow pillar to very narrow pillar. Like, realistically, if you were stuck standing here, what would you do? I guess after a while, desperation would maybe make me jump to one of these other poles, but... how far is that? It's a 6-foot jump, maybe? If the knight here is 6 foot tall, then yeah, that was about 6 foot. A standing jump? Oh! Missed you. How convenient. Insanely degrading Japanese game shows. Now we're talking, Borg. Yeah, the kind of thing where they have like a wall coming towards them and they have to jump through the right hole. And one of them has a nice safe landing and the other just takes them into the soup, something like that. Now that sounds appealing to me. Alright, so just because stepping on that plate worked for us once, I don't really want to take the risk again. It looks somewhat deadly, especially if another fish came and smacked us about. And now I gotta keep my eyes actively open for the save points. Oh! Okay, death by fish. Achievement worthy, apparently. That's okay, as long as I get back to that save point to get my other one-time save. With the opening to this tune, I somewhat expected to start playing Click Clock Woods theme. Just the opening to it makes me feel like I'm in springtime Click Clock Woods. Hey, look at the save planks over there. 2 of them, in fact. Maybe they balloon up from the ground? Or maybe it's there because I already smacked one down? That wouldn't make much sense. Well, this game doesn't appear to be about making much sense. Or making much fun. Okay, we're actually going to jump over that gap this time. That looks like it's coming straight for me. Maybe I can get behind this. Please fall down, save. Okay, no save for me. But there is a save here. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Probably shouldn't have taken both of them. Should have just kept one. Oh, I see it and I don't like it. I need to go along these places that are coming up and down. Okay, I can't read that. Look at the tiny font size on that. What are they thinking? I can't see on the best of days. Easy does it now. Easy does it. Oh. Wait, what? Yeah, Brute Queen, that whole orchestration there was just like a scene out of Mario. It's just running and jumping and swearing on the inside. I try to keep my streams PG-13, but there's nothing you can do to stop me from saying all these slurs in my head. Yes, we do know Donimo. By a staggering 2 votes, Amayui Castlemeister won the long play vote. I'll be starting it next week. I need to take care of censorship issues first before I start. It's not on Twitch's banned list, and I don't intend on putting it there, so it's probably going to be even more prudishly censored than Kamidori was. Kamidori got me banned on Mixer, and then I banned Mixer from life. So I'll choose to remember that affair. Crumbs, I missed the save point, didn't I? Forgot all about it. Well, that's okay, just need to make it to the next one, and then it doesn't matter at all. In fact, it is saved time in that regard. You have no idea how bad this 3D platforming is. You're not committed to your jump, but you're kinda committed to your jump. if I could draw a parallel, it's like the bonus stage in Pilot Wings. The one where you're in a bird and you can have top-down view. You're always going forward, but you can make it go not as forward for a bit. Right, fall, 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 fall. It's like you go, oh no, that one's going places. So, I reckon you only have time to jump on one of these. And then you just gotta go. Yeah. God, I'm definitely coming down with something here. Went into town yesterday, bad idea. Not only was it Friday, it was payday Friday. Everybody was at, this is a trap, this is a trap. Oh, okay. My unfortunately well-honed trap senses were tingling, but they only alerted me that there was a trap. They did not have me see my way through it. Oh, okay, you have to keep moving or else the thing that you're standing on sinks down. Gotcha! Well, in order to use this information, we must make our way all the way back to that. Fun with a capital F-U. What was that about a game show? Yeah, exactly that. See, that I think would be fun in real life. That'll be my idea of fun, at least. That less so. Oh, get up! What? Cook a doodle-doo cluck cluck cluck, says the game. Thank you for your valid input. I don't know, any idea how long the game is? A speedrun of the game should give a... well, as long as it's not bugging out the game or glitching its way to victory, should give a rough idea of how long it is. If the game can be beaten inside 5 minutes, then it won't be a particularly long game. Or so I can hope. It takes as long as it takes for you to ALTF4, I see. I've played these kinds of frustration games before. I think they're all terrible. Getting over it, golfing over it, jump king, air use action. I want to be the guy, I think. I can't believe I got Jump King. What a terrible, terrible judgment on my part. Also, where's that balloon thing? There was a save balloon here, but now there is not. Perhaps it only spawns if you wait around on the pillars over there. Yeah, well, I have no answer, but fortunately the next save thing isn't many threats away. These were far more threatening in Super Monkey Ball than they are here. 5 minutes, apparently. Ah. Well then, we might just have what it takes, but I find that quite unlikely. The further we get in the game, the more we're going to have to backtrack to it each time we die. Your furthest run's about a third of the way through. And I've only used... oh, you slipped on the fish. Okay. Get up. Oh, now that's asking for me to die. And I do not get the save point, so we gotta get this done in one. little more awkward than the other place, but I can still do it. Expertly executed. Now for Takeshi's castle. Just keep on moving, keep on grooving. At least it's not lying to you. That would be mega cruel. Oh, it's that level from The Lion King. Yeah, if it were to give you the House of Lies at that point where the up thumb is not the right way to go. That would probably be an ALTF4 moment. Alright. Oh, that's got my name on it. Give me this save. Oh, okay, well, don't give me the save. I didn't need it. Whoa, I needed it. Well, I'm back a wee while here. MOB, you must have a particular taste in games if this isn't your idea of punishing. Okay, now, can we have that save thing, please? What made it spawn? I don't know. Oh, okay. Sometimes the knight just wants to go and die. Me and him both. Would have made for a great weekly one-shot. Oh god, no. I don't think I'd ever accept a frustration game as a weekly one-shot. If I knew about it, that is. Some people try to sneak weekly one-shots by me. Weekly one punishments in disguise. And the long punishments. And the dictator punishments. I didn't set this up to be that kind of channel. But I guess if you're the kind of place that has punishment games, you're gonna bring in the kind of people that just want to see others suffer. But fortunately for me, we have plenty of community suffering events. So I get my jollies much the same way. Watching people struggle through Mario, or Nancy Drew, or mod games. Or Pilot Wings. So I guess it's just a case of reaping what you sow. I hate these jumps so much, they're so awkward. On the topic of one-shots, what are you playing on Sunday? That's tomorrow, right? I haven't decided. I was going to decide yesterday, but instead I went out for some delicious Asian tapas. And then when I got home I figured I'd sort it out, but I felt awful. Just out in town, it was mobbed with people, unsurprisingly. Friday night, payday night. Because I think every Swede gets paid on like the 4th Friday of the month, or something like that, I don't know. Yeah. And then I made the perhaps not so great decision to hit up my favourite barcade, despite it being very busy. I actually had a cheering crowd when I was playing DDR last night. There's not often that many people interested for that, but there were some very excitable, young-looking Swedish chaps and crumbs. I don't know why that cannonball's a surprise, but it keeps being a surprise. Also, momentum shouldn't be a surprise. Damn Swedes ruining Sweden. Well, I'm as Swedish as any of them. If payday night is a reason to go out, you might have money problems. Oh, can we survive that? Yes, we can. Good. It shouldn't hurt to run into spikes. It should hurt to drop onto spikes. La Milana got that sorted out. I was very happy to see that in La Milana. You could walk through spikes no problem. But, yeah, having them come up like that, or landing on them when they are up, clearly a problem. What songs did you play? I played Happy, I played Drop the Bomb, and I played something else, can't remember what. But the mistake I made, I was playing doubles. I always play on doubles in the arcade because it's on 2-for-1 credit, so it'd be a waste not to. I was playing around with mods previously, and the arcade remembers your mods. So I was playing it without seeing the top row of arrows. I was not ready for that kind of challenge. Especially since I was stuffed with Asian food. So it was easy songs, but made life a lot harder for myself there. But it was all in good fun. But yeah, I felt rotten afterwards. I really thought I was coming down with something. Still think I am, but it's to be expected. Okay, save point and not getting blown up. Can I be so greedy? Well, that is a damn shame for me. Oh, wait. Maybe I took this one down earlier? Right, this one is timing. It's not good timing. Oh, missed that one badly, but... Oh, get up. Oh, wow. Threaded the needle there. Okay, let's try that again. Much better, but now I don't have my extra life. Okay, this segment seems really easy. I hope it wasn't just a case of I lucked my way through it. I thought you'd have to throw a chicken to open the door or something like that. And now for the Lion King moment. Now, ascending that wall looks like it's going to be something of a struggle. We've only been here for 45 minutes, feels like 3 hours, says Doc Spangler. Is that a similar feeling to you in the ice cream parlor? Oh yes! Now if I just get there without messing everything up, victory is at hand. God, this looks like climbing up a wall in Super Mario 64, or maybe Castlevania 64. Now, let's hope it's not filled with not so delightfully devilish traps. I don't really like traps. Although I do like surprises. Incidentally, when I ordered last night's Asian tapas, I did not look at the menu. I wanted it to be a complete surprise. Or maybe I just did not want to reveal to my company that I could not read the Swedish menu. I'll leave that for you to decide. This doesn't seem like a game with devilish, fiendish traps. Well, you're wrong there, Marvin. My company was well aware of my disparaging view towards Sweden and Swedish. Can I even jump high enough for that? I think I need to jump onto that bit first because it's slightly lower down. But we're starting to reach dangerous territory for dropping down on. Oh, I do not like what I'm looking at here. Oh, it's slowed down. Oh, that's very nice of it. Ah, and then it speeds back up. I doubtlessly have to jump onto such a thing. Doubtlessly. Oh, speaking of things I have to jump onto. You gonna slow down and make this plausible for me? I'd like it to stop when it's going out in this direction somewhat. Oh yeah. Feels good to be good. But now what? Not really, now what? Not really in the mood for taking risks here. Is this some kind of springboard? No. Oh, maybe this is what I was meant to do. I was meant to go under, on that, up on here. Oh no! Oh, that's probably not what I was meant to do, but he springs back into action and we can ascend once more. Maybe I need to use the rotating knife to fling myself over to the other side. Thanks for the encouraging idea to go up. Here I thought I was just engaging in slodging. Oh, he's feeling that one. But I think just jumping on here will cut out a lot of the middleman, but still... Do you think he can stay standing on the edge when it's spinning around like that? Let's find out. This is going to be very unpleasant. Oh, well, that couldn't have been much more wrong. Most of the animals featured in ALTF4 world will show... Oh, okay. Finboy, I don't have a VR setup, and if I did, I'd be spending my time playing Beat Saber or Resident Evil 4. Because the only thing better than playing a new game is playing an old game you've played a dozen times already. Can't see here, nighty sunshine. Oh, really, Blubber Abyss? You know, I wasn't even thinking that. I wasn't thinking for 5 seconds how much I'm not enjoying getting all the way back here just to try this again. But, well, now that you mention it, that would be pretty terrible. As I time this horrible jump. Horrible jump. think it needs to be a bit faster than that, but the direction seemed okay. Not sure if I can trust the swinging platform itself. Doesn't seem particularly fast. Although it might work. It might be worth a try. Certainly seems less risky than using the knife fling. And if it kills us, at least we'll have an idea of what kind of power it can give it. Just putting it out there once more, I'm very, very good at platforming games. And moving this knight is still a struggle for me. Well, there we go. Man, that was a lot simpler than doing the fling. Also kind of got rid of any risk of the whole flingy thing. Oh dear, what am I meant to do? Go up and up some more? Up and up some more sounds reasonable, but that bit, yeah, that top bit there. Oh no, no, no! That seemed bloody. But he's back up and at it. Okay, well, let's go again then. Is this still better than Mountain Blade? Mountain Blade was fun. Mountain Blade was good fun. This really didn't stand much of a chance against it. Which will invariably bring out the question of Mountain Blade long play when, and I'll say what I said when I was playing that earlier. If Bannerlord managed us to actually release and be any good, then I would really want to play some of that. But the amount of jank and 2001 tier GUI experience that we had in Mountain Blade there, Fire and Sword, and really it reminded me a lot of what I saw in the original Mountain Blade 2, is not what I'm looking for in this day and age. Stay here, don't be pushed forward. Get up here. Our knight friend here really does control like a heap of ass at times. Perhaps even all times. Okay, we're up. We're making good distance. Unfortunately, any drop here is now probably deadly. Very generous of the game not to alternate these unpredictably. Okay. Guess a save point is too much to ask for here. Oh, that might be the one of the many things that's too much to ask. Again, I would love to be climbing up this kind of stuff in real life. In a game, maybe less so. Alright, so... Oh, lordy no thank you. What am I meant to do? Jump over that? Jumping over that seems to be the best option I have. Oh! Uh-oh, uh-oh, no! Get up. At least he obeys my commands there. Why not jump on them? Well, they spin around and then mash into the wall. I assume that that wouldn't be too good for the knight either. So jumping over seemed like a better idea. He's going to be quite the jellified man inside all that armor by now. Which I suppose explains why he's leaking out. What do you think, guys? Are we going to see a victory inside 2 hours? Because I'm playing this for 2 hours. Getting to this point isn't so difficult anymore. So if oh cribbins, let's not jump off here. I was expecting those spinning blades to be far more deadly than they were. Oh, oof. Oh my goodness. I guess he's constantly landing on his right leg because it's the only part taking damage here. Assuming that gushing blood is an indicator of damage for the night. Blood loss 66%, extreme consciousness 10%. Maximum consciousness 10%. How did I miss that jump earlier? That seems untoward. Maybe I should have hesitated a bit and gone. Ooh, much better. Okay. Okay, that was ill-timed, and I was very fortunate not to be punished for it. And that was also ill-timed. I shouldn't be jumping on platforms that are moving because the momentum carries more than I would like it to. No good reason to hesitate there. Another question is there any good reason not to ride that? Where would it take me even? I could put me over onto that pole. It's probably better than jumping along these spinny blades. Probably. Well, I think I'd rather do that when the spinny blade is not in the vicinity. Oh, well, this is not very good for us, but he endures. He endures. So I scuppered that one. That does seem like a reasonable idea, though. I'll go with that again. But maybe from the... Oh, crumbs. Oh well, let's just go for it. Ooh-wee. Maybe from the right-hand side of this thing. Maybe more at the apex. Ha ha ha! Save point, please. Pretty please with... No! Get back here! Oh. Now that's a level of cruelty that this game did not need to have. Oh well, we just have to continue to challenge the game to get our next privilege of saving. Just ignore the barrels, right? They can't hurt. They can't hurt. Oh, well, they can't hurt you, but the fall can. Well, back we go. Let's enjoy some new music. Yeah, I'll leave it with that. As we inch our way closer towards victory. Pretty cruel. You can't really see where you're launching the chicken. Why is it back to the start? I thought he had to say saves only work once. Once you respawn, that save point is considered used up. You got halfway to the... halfway? Well, I'm halfway through my time. Just depends how devilish the rest of the traps are. I'm certainly getting better at moving this guy. He's worse than a 3D version of Arthur the Knight from Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins, or whatever your favourite iteration of that is. We've got walking fat guy music now. Oh, I'm hoping for no humdiggers, De Bruges. Or should I say, cool De Bruges. I'm hoping for clean sailing towards the end after we clear that wall. Sure, there are barrels, but there must be some predictability to the barrels, like there are these fish or those cannonballs that are explosive for some reason. Oh, come on! Not asking the world here, but those save points are particularly cruel. And now. Now somebody out there thought I wasn't going to make that jump. Not me, though. Perfectly convinced I'd make it. Gotta hand it to this guy's stamina. He's running in full plate armor with baggage. I'd be a collapsed, sweaty heap on the floor. It was me. I didn't think you'd make it, says Fat, his monk. Get really strange names popping in around here. Okay, there is a save point. Don't know if I'll make it, but I gotta try. Yeah. Now don't get nicked there, and safe as houses. Now, he endured a lot of punishment coming up here. Really is spray and pray on those saves. I don't know how you're meant to know what kind of shooting arc you have, but I sure don't. Okay. Up you get, come on. It was only a 15 or so foot fall. I wonder if real white and blue-blooded Europeans look at fall distance and think of it in meters rather than feet. One of the blessings of being British is being able to think in metric and imperial. Or at least being a British person that isn't 60 years old. Feet aren't a thing we relate to in the slightest, so yes. Ah, your loss. I find it to be a much more relatable unit of distance for certain things. Generally shorter things, though. but when it comes to anything that's going to be more than 20 feet or so, this was a mistake. Ooh, it's a mistake I was spared the wrath of, fortunately. There we go. Back home, there are still signs saying such and such, 500 yards away. That makes no sense to me. Why? Just tell me how many meters it is away. Whoa, now! Get up! Get the hell up! Not down! Up! Okay. Jings, he didn't even get hit there, he just touched the bar that comes out. Come to think of it, I got launched up there, didn't I? What was that all about? What kind of physics are they running in this game? Medieval physics, perhaps. Things were different back then. Quintuple says, I know the music is supposed to be punishing, but it's also drowning you out completely at times. Oh, I'm glad it's doing its job then. Alright, but I will hear your sincere appeal and drop it down by a handful of decibels. In a rare display of my benevolence. Oh, that reminded me, for no good reason, that after playing Jurassic Park in the Super Nintendo, I did actually go out for a walk. And I was thinking, wow, the world looks so much better at whatever FPS this is. Playing a game that awful and poor in performance really gave me a new appreciation for the world and nature, and being able to see it crisp and clear. That was a pretty grim afternoon for everyone involved, I think. Jurassic Park could have made for a decent punishment game, but I doubt anybody would have known to add it. Seemed like one of those games that very few people had actually played, although some people came in, like Bane Williams. And Voomer. Feel even worse for getting Voomer killed in RimWorld now. Let's not go for any skips or otherwise here, we just kill and keep moving. Well, this I suppose is a skip, and I'm definitely going for it. Need to jump when it's kind of at the other apex. And I want over on the other side, just inch your way along there. Wonder what this knight's name is. I mean, we don't know anything about them, can't even tell their gender. Although the way they grunt on impact tells me they're probably a man. Oh, get up before the saw blades cut you down. There we go. Oh, I didn't notice that there before. That would be a nasty oh, no, 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 you get back here. Crop. Oh well, it's barrel time. Don't barrel me, don't barrel me. And you guys don't do whatever you're planning on doing, please. Please don't barrel me. Or cart me. This is not Monster Hunter, you do not need to cart me. Oh, come on! Right, save. Save, 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 save. Ah. Right. Where are we now, and what are we doing? I think the barrels were homing So if you zigzag and jump and such, they aren't going to be so good at hitting you, but that's just a guess. But probably a pretty good guess. Slippy fish, ignore it. I want to just stop and ascertain the situation, but if there's things flying at me, I don't think I have the... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, what a waste. The name of the white chicken is Rosemary? Please stay away, fishies. We don't like the fishies. Let's get rid of the crate. Oh, there's more of those things to jump onto. Right, so what are we trying to do here? This is just like that bit in Banjo-Kazooie in Rusty Bucket Bay, where you've got to run across these things. Except it looks even less fun. Although we don't have Kazooie going wah, 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 the whole way. Rocinante is in Don Quixote's horse. Oh. This really does seem like the ALTF4 point. Right. Oh, no, 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 no. Get up. Get up. Don't get fished out like that. Okay, this isn't so bad. Jumping onto you and then continuing to move looks like it might be quite bad, though. I'd rather do it from down here than up there, though. I'm going to have way too much momentum pulling the other way. Do I really even have to go back that way? Couldn't we go up, like, along that thing? Doesn't seem to lead anywhere useful, unfortunately. No, 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 no! Yes, no, maybe? Solid land, please. Ah, that's better. Tells me to jump. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, crikey. Could we not? No save for me, I guess. Yeah, this guy is hemorrhaging. What are we thinking? I guess you'd come up here if you managed to hit the save point and nail it, but we did no such nailing. Well, there might be some kind of secret or something we could get over there. Still looks like there is, though. Maybe you're meant to climb up this thing somewhat? Oh, let's not risk it with incomplete textures there. I will just handle whatever they're throwing at us here. Looks simple enough. What's the catch? I think we found the catch. I think we found another catch. Ah! No, could we not, please? Uh-oh. Get up. What whiskey do you prefer? I tend to prefer a lovely sweet sherry cask or bourbon cask. Single malt. Preferably Speyside, but I've had plenty of good ones outside of Speyside. Age doesn't particularly matter. I've had really good ones as young as 4 years old. And I've had ones aged 40 plus that have been dreadful. Oh, well, back we go. The secret to high jumping power is, and we don't get to know. Are you in the mood for whiskey reviews, Jake? I could use some more recommendations. I haven't been tickled to do one for a wee while. I actually got one whiskey when I was out. Oh, although... Okay, right, the save you make overwrites another save. Because it should have taken me back to another save that I hadn't used up, but no, they overwrite. Yeah, I actually went out and had one whole whiskey last night. But I don't know what it was. And they didn't know what it was at the bar either. I know the barman quite well. Been out for drinks outside of his bar with him before as well. But he said he straight up did not know what it was. I looked at the bottle, it was just some special reserve from an unknown distillery. Tasted a bit like a Macallan. Very smooth though. Smooth and caramelly. Brilliant even. But hard to review something and you don't know what it is. All the T's and no answers. Well, sometimes no answers are better than some answers. Just look at Virtue's Last Reward. Where's Kyle? Oh crap. But really, where is Kyle? 999 is one of my favorite games of all time. And the whole story was done dirty with its follow-up sequels. It's okay though. That wasn't much of a setback. Because we'll get our double saves back once we clear all this nonsense, assuming that I can hit the balloon save thing that pops up. I just really, really hate doing this segment. I haven't messed it up ever since we first cleared it, but it still feels like I'm going to mess it up every time because the 3D platforming in this game is deeply unpleasant. I'd say it's even worse than Castlevania 64 platforming. And if you've played that game, you know just how awful that is. It's really bad. It's like Lucky golfing at Dark Cloud 2 bad. We're so back, Rombic, because you go right back to the start. Like a good frustration game. Don't slip on the fish, don't get beamed by the fish. Get up. There we go. I'm unsure what the difference between, well, what causes the living and what causes the dying in this game so far. Give save. Give save. Dear Lord, that is rough. Dun, 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 dun. I have got to stop doing those jumps so late. Is this stick always here? Certainly getting in my way. That specific jump there reminds me so much of Snake Rattle and Roll. On the last stage, there's a horribly devilish jump you have to make on a double tilted block in ice physics. If you've never played Snake Rattle and Roll, don't change that. It's a terrible game. I wonder what happens if you go through the thumbs down door, actually. I think I prefer this over Hazardous Course 2, because I think Hazardous Course 2 kind of asked you to use somewhat unintended mechanics. Dun, 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 dun. Right. Need me that balloon. Give me that balloon. Excellent. And don't get whacked off. And we're good. Whew. Alright, now we get 2 stabs at this murderous part again. Climbing the wall has gotten considerably easier now that we've done it once. I've got a lot of tolerance for older games that do horrible things like set you back a long way because it was the norm back then. It's still horrible to play, but at least from a... I hate to say a game design perspective because that sounds so pretentious. But I can't think of a better way to phrase it. But still, it was the done thing back then. Make your players waste a lot of time going back, but these days, there's no good reason. Well, the reason I suppose could be to frustrate the player, and there are clearly games made with the intention of frustrating the audience. Like this right here. Yes, there is. Make it a good punishment game. You got me there. Oh, jeez, you got me there. Right, don't touch them when they're pulling out. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, right. Now this one did me in, or could have done me in, if the spinny blades were going around, so let that one pass. Oh, that just was not good enough. And it's about to be even worse. Oh, no, no, he clings on to dear life. He didn't need that left arm functional. He doesn't jump with his arms. This is someone's idea of fun. Oh, that one gave me a slight nudge from behind. Thankfully not enough to send me careering away. Okay. Oh, well, that was unpleasant. Huh, hadn't happened before. Maybe it was because of the way I rubbed up against the chain. The game put me into the air because of that. And then momentum did the rest. Are we bleeding from the neck now? No, we are bleeding so profusely that it's coming out of our plate head armor. Helmet, if you will. Thank goodness that doesn't make you slippy. Humans have lots of blood. I wouldn't worry about this guy, seems to have plenty to spare. Might not even be a guy, but I don't know if ladies have more blood or not. Might not even be human, come to think of it. There was a goblin on the band. But that's humanoid anyway. Precious little difference, most likely. Oh, didn't like that. Did not like that. Get away from the chain. Yikes. Alright, let the chain come and go, and then we come and go. Do-do-do-do. There's another chain coming in. Chain? Why do I call it chain? Because I'm thinking of chainsaw blades, probably. good. Oh, very good. I was a little worried about that one. Felt like it would go too far. Now, I need me that save. Right. No more wall shenanigans. Please don't barrel me either. I'm not looking to be barreled. Oh, damn. I made that jump last time. Well, that was a loss for no good reason. Maybe that's what I meant to jump onto. Uh-oh. Oh, I threw that. Well, back we go. Also, there's the gobbo. Oh yeah, you can go first person. I've been neglecting that for a long time. Might not actually be a goblin. They might have just painted some guy green and stuck some things onto his ears and face. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a trap. Made to look like something you can go for, but I was able to jump the rift before. It's one of those things that works once and never again, perhaps. You can do it. Well, this is uncharted territory. This isn't. Okay, well on the plus side, I only have half an hour more of this to go before I can put this game behind me. Actually, I wonder if I could just refund it. Oh, I definitely want to refund it. I think the game costs like 4 quid. Maybe even 7 quid. Imagine spending 7 quid on this nonsense. I had to buy both this and Mountain Blade just before I started today's stream. And I somewhat regret both of those actions. Oh jeez. No! Save! That's right, no save. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that now. It says I've played for 53 minutes. I know that's not true. What have I really been playing it for? Oh, well, I guess it shows me up in the top right, doesn't it? Yeah, 1 hour 29. Minus maybe like 5 minutes of setup. Alright. This could get you half a whiskey. I don't think a barman would be happy if I went in and ordered 10 centiliters of whiskey. He's an Aussie man, but I don't really want to... I was just saying I hadn't cocked that one up since I've succeeded in it, but no, we cock it up just there. Probably because I was thinking of whiskey. Also, what the hell's with that font? What are they trying to tell me? I am really rather unhappy with this game, but at least I know what it's all about now. I never regret playing a game, at least for one time. Okay, at least you learn about new games that way. I was talking to a guy, and you know, he plays games. I said, how many games do you think you've played? He said, maybe 25. Blows my mind that 25 games? That'd be like 1 game per year for your life. Well, actually, it was a bit older, so maybe like half a game. That doesn't seem right. You know, I bet you could do a hell of a skip with this. Let's try it since we're on 1 life anyway. Go as far along this as we can. And Geronimo! Well, we certainly went far, but not far enough. Even virtual bark. The caveat there being, I'm not going to appreciate playing it a second time. There are rare cases where I pick up a game for a second time and I go, wow, I completely misjudged you first time around. Sometimes for better and sometimes for worse. But Virtual Bart, I hit the nail on the head assessing that game as pure garbage like almost every Simpsons licensed game. I'm told Hit and Run is good, but I haven't played it. The jury is somewhat out on Bart vs. Space Mutants, though. It's a pretty terrible sprite flip of their other game, Swamp Thing. But I guess it has charm. Just how much that charm is nostalgia, I don't know. Okay, you're picking apart my point here. Simpsons arcade game was certainly good. Was it really called Simpsons Hit and Run? I remember watching my cousin play that in PS2. Didn't really look like my kind of game, too much driving. Too many Simpsons in-jokes. I've watched plenty of Simpsons, just like about everybody, but... Oh no. Oh, that was ill-timed. Run, 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 run. There we go. I don't refund many games. But this I would be only too happy to be giving straight back to Newell. I'd say something like I bought it by accident. And this was certainly an accident for everyone involved. That said, as punishment games go, I think this is fantastic. I'm not sure I'd go so far as to say it's a difficult game. That might sound rich given that I have not beaten it and I have died many times, but the difficulty... It's certainly a frustration game, but I wouldn't say it's difficult like other frustration games, say... Oh, well, oh, crumbs, I missed that entirely. Let's clear this so I can actually have a clear... Oh! So much for the cover there. Right, clear thoughts. I don't think this game is particularly difficult, it's just frustrating. It sends you back a lot. If you come across something that's new, it'll kill you, and then you've got to go through everything again. Well, that's the frustration element right there. But outside of the jank and the awful controls, it's... well, maybe awful's the wrong word, but they're not great. It's not particularly difficult. Unlike, say, I Want to Be the Guy, or I Want to Be the Boshi. It's kind of like Uryi's Action, actually. That's a game we've seen on the channel a few times. A few times too many, if you ask me, because spam just keeps forcing people to play it. But that game isn't difficult, it's just frustrating. Did you know you can technically skip the whole maze by leaving 1,000 knights in a line in the water? Well, it might take a bit more than 1,000. And that sounds even more frustrating. We've only killed 47 knights so far. Oh. Getting too speedy on that one. There's no need to be so fast. Spam is a one-trick pony when it comes to punishments. He tries to bore you to do. There's nothing forcing you to do punishment games. Just because I do them. I guess the concept appeals, doesn't it? I mean, first you get your jollies by having other people punished by your selection of games. And then your mind starts to wander. You think, is there actually some enjoyment to be had in enduring the punishment games? And as soon as you've had that thought, you're a lost cause. Turning tricks just to get your next awful game to play. Maybe I'm hitting a little close to home for some people there. I like the punishment game system, not because I love running awful games. It can be fun for a short while, that's why I limit it to 2 hours. But the enjoyment is two-pronged. I get to play games that I'd never normally play. I'd say 90% of the stuff in that punishment game list is stuff I would never consensually endure myself. So it adds some variety there, which even if it's horrible, is good on its own. But I enjoy the pressure it adds onto the weekly one-shot for me. If there's no consequence to losing, then there's no weight behind it, and I can't enjoy that. That's the whole reason we had permadeath when we ran Pokemon. It was well, in many ways a terrible idea. I'm bad at Pokemon, and the ROM hack is very difficult. I was inviting a game over upon myself, but there would be no weight behind our actions if Pokemon could just get back up. I've had plenty of suggestions saying, oh, maybe you could have people like put in channel points to resurrect their Pokemon, or if you beat a gym leader, you can bring some of them back from the dead. So that's not what we're talking about here. I need there to be punishing permanence to our actions. Otherwise, we're just grinding through until the end. I think it was just from well-meaning people who didn't want the long play to end. Pokemon drew a lot of Poke-Freaks out from the... Well, I was trying to say something a bit nasty there, but decided against it. Drew out a lot of the Poke-Freaks. Well, they had their time in the sunshine. That run actually went on for longer than it had any right to. I keep leaving this too late! Whew. Well, evidently not if I keep making the jump. Oh no. I mucked that one up. I didn't even jump there, the guy was just walking so much into the ledge that, I don't know, he lost his footing. And it's all the more gutting that I did not get that save now. Nah, Pepper, I don't think it does at all. Sandbagging weekly one-shots just for that sweet Mr. Maze. Well, I'm glad I went through and just beat Mr. Maze outright. I would hate to have that hanging over my head again, because people would just resubmit it on the punishment game list. Even if not spearheaded by my evil rival Held, and somebody else would pick it up. And after a while, you wanted to see where they were going with that game. Evidently nowhere good. I remember there was a bit of controversy as some content creators messed up their editing over a team wipe and a Nuzlocke, and it became obvious it was 2 takes. Oof. They responded with some weak garbage about needing to put out content on a schedule and they can't just have a series end. Where's the authenticity in that? I'd like to be on a high horse there, but the truth is I'm just too inexperienced and lazy to do much video editing. There was one time I put some serious effort into video editing, and that was... I promised myself that I would do a concise version... finally. A concise version of the Ryukyu World Conquest. I don't even remember why. Maybe somebody asked me to do it and I said, yeah, I'll do that, and then didn't even... No, don't you dare. Don't... Oh. Down the soup we go. I forget the exact reason why I did it, but let me tell you, it was a lot of work, because I'm not big into video editing whatsoever. It's the kind of thing most channels just hire somebody to do, but I far prefer having 100% control over my own channel. I think the end result was really good. I'm pretty happy with what I put out there. But what I'm not happy with is how much work it took. I remember... Oh no, oh, crivens. That was a wasted run to a couple of nicks. Damn, nicks always getting in my way. The end result was great, but the work that it took... I remember sitting in the upstairs room in my home in Edinburgh back at the time. Christmas Eve, working away at that until the wee hours in the morning. When it was finally done, God, I was happy it was done. But that kind of stuff doesn't come naturally to me. I'd far rather... With anything, I'd far rather do it live. There were even some things for Paradox. Occasionally, Paradox needed somebody to just say something. But then, you know, there'd need to be a script, or at least an idea of what you're going to be saying. I work far better with no script than with a script, because if you have a script, there's stuff that you're going to forget. And you know me, I forget stuff all the time. At least when there's no script, there's nothing that you can forget. That's why, don't know if people were at the PDX-Con for me and Chris doing the live stream. it was, I think that was just like an hour of improv stand-up. But some people must have thought we had some ideas of what we're going to do there. We did not. That was a straight up, we're going to go up there and do it live. And to this day, I hope no one recorded that, because I'd hate to see what came out of it. Bit of a convoluted way to say I don't like reading. It's not the reading, it's the remembering. I have never enjoyed doing rehearsed performances. Because you got your lines, how are they meant to be delivered, who are they delivered to, what comes after this. My head is not set up to do those kinds of things. But improv, oh, wonderful. Because then you can just pull things out of thin air. And sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, but at least you're not going to be... There's no way to mess up that. Oh, the freaking pizza guy! Oh, my days. That stage was awkward as all hell. I could barely hear anybody. I was very unpopular with Camera Woman. They made up a name for me, and I don't think it was a very nice name, because I kept walking back and forth. And they were saying it's such a pain to keep the camera tracking me when I was on stage. But I was so tired. I was hosting a bunch of you degenerates round at my home during all of that. And the levels of sleep and body hygiene were exactly what you'd expect. Oh, I don't like this. Okay, well, I like it now. Oh, I don't like it anymore. Okay, let's get the wall done in one shot. So you're not going to tell us who didn't shower all the days? It's not my space to say. Not my place to say at all. Sad that you weren't in Berlin, there was lots of fun to be had. A little bit of me regrets that, but that's just because I'm thinking of all the fun I missed. I wasn't thinking of all the not fun that I did miss. For one, I had just announced that I was leaving the company. I wasn't particularly looking forward to lots of questions and speculation as to why. And also, and this is the real kicker, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before, but I'm mentioning it now, what the hell. I was planned and slated to give a talk at Berlin PDXCon. And I forget exactly what it was meant to be. Something about EU4, I don't even know what. And of course I wouldn't know what, because I was the one meant to give it. And of course I didn't write any kind of script, I was just going to get up there and talk about the game. And, well, I wasn't going, but they still had a slot they needed to fill. So they said, okay, just give your speech to somebody else and they'll deliver it. And I was like, well, there is no speech. I don't write my speeches. And I don't even know what followed from that. Sweet, we did get it done in one shot, despite the circular saw blades having their way with me. Now, maybe I shouldn't risk going for the jump this time. It worked precisely once out of 3 times. There is nothing wrong with Lothian being more developed than Pisa. Oh, this is much easier than going for the jump. Jumping the whole time so the barrels can't even get me. Yeah, this is probably one where they hone in on where you were. So if you just keep moving... just keep moving. Oh, Crivens, I forgot all about the cart. Oh, give that to me. Get up. Yeah. No. Oh dear. How am I meant to get back up? I've heard good things about Monster Hunter Rise. The thing is, I played so much Monster Hunter World, I'm just not sure I could ever really... Well, there will be a day, but for now it feels like there's just no hunger for Monster Hunter left in me. Monster Hunter World was so good, and I played it so much. Until I was absolutely tapped out of any desire to hunt monsters ever again. For me, the ultimate moment of, of Monster Hunter is always fighting Golden Rathian and Silver Rathalos. Maybe it's the other way around. And once I've done that, bollocks! Well, back we go. That's our 2 deaths. And once I'd done that, and done it several times at that, it was like, okay, well that's my lot. I don't really like those big fights like Lao Shang, or the whole mountain-sized monsters. I draw the line at, what's his name, Gravios? Never really cared much for the legendary dragon things like Fatalis either. It took forever bringing out the DLC though, so I suppose that didn't help in maintaining interest. I mean, I really want to fight a Kazoo again, but... You know, I wanted to fight a Kazoo a year and a half ago, not now. Okay... I think this is our last night. Why did I jump? Whoa! We have discovered a skip. I better hope I die soon, or else it's no refund for me. Oh god, I don't know why I went so early on that one, but I did. Clearly you're enjoying yourself, since you almost played 2 hours of this game. Doesn't work like that, Raziel. No punishment game works like that. I linked earlier the list of all the punishment games, and I've given them a rating of 1 to 5 stars on how punishing they were. Not how much I enjoyed them, just how punishing they were. So were they very difficult? Were they punishing for me to play, or were they punishing for people to watch? That's what that scale is. Although, if a game was not punishing and was instead very fun, then I just put down fun. Things like Dungeon Keeper and... Oh, what was that NES strategy game? It was so good. Godzilla. Godzilla War of the Monsters for the NES. Holy moly, that game was good. I didn't think you could get strategy games that good on the NES. Awful, awful punishment game choice, because it was so much fun. Oh yeah, X-Files as well. Punishment games put me in an awkward position for... Oh no. No, dear. Oh well, that was that. Just got chipped on the bottom by the hole, but that was bad enough. What? Right, well, you know what? I don't want this game in my catalogue any longer, so although we are just a few minutes short of that 2 hours, I am actually hitting ALTF4 on that one, because I want to return this one to sender. There, oh, it says I played 2.1 hours. I'm sure Gabe will understand. I really don't like these kinds of frustration games. I don't think they serve much of a purpose when scratching any of the many gaming itches, and this one was... Well, it was one of them. Wasn't quite as bad as Jump King. It was maybe slightly better than Eryi's Action, but I was hoping it would just be a straight-up running through obstacles game, not frustration running through obstacles, and there's a keen difference between them. Sometimes your taste is suspect, as in there. Not so sure on that one. Okay, what time is it? We might not be done for the day. I'm going to make some dinner, and I think I'm going to come back, and I'm not starting the long play today because I need to make sure it's properly censored. But what I will probably do is fire up Just Cause 3 and give that a bit of a wild card spin. Because it didn't win the long play. I don't think it's ever going to win the long play. It's never done particularly well at it. But somebody suggested that it's not even the kind of game that should be long played. You should just give it a wild card shot. So I'll do exactly that. I have Just Cause 2 very fondly in my mind, so I'll always be comparing it to that. But I just want to see if it's better or worse. Because I could definitely just go for replaying Just Cause 2. Anyway, like I said, dinner comes first, so I'm going to take care of that. I'll be back in, let's say an hour.